This is my presentation about climate change. How is climate change caused? People burn fossil fuels and convert land from forests to agriculture. Since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, people have burned more and more fossil fuels and changed vast areas of land from forests to farmland. Burning fossil fuels produces carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gas. It is called a greenhouse gas because it produces a greenhouse-like effect. The greenhouse effect makes the earth warmer, just as a greenhouse is warmer than its surroundings outside. Carbon dioxide is the main cause of human-induced climate change. It stays in the atmosphere for a very long time. Other greenhouse gases, such as nitrous oxide, stay in the atmosphere for a long time. Other substances only produce a short-term effect. What does climate change do? Climate change melts ice caps, which causes sea levels to rise. Warming the oceans are caused by gases hitting the ozone layer, which reflects into our oceans, causing the oceans to warm up. More frequent and intense droughts, storms, heat waves, melting glaciers, and warming up the oceans can also directly harm animals, causing the places that they live and to wreak havoc on people's livelihoods and communities. As climate change worsens, dangerous weather events are becoming more and more frequent and severe. How does climate change affect animals directly? Without the natural cycle of seasons that are the area that it's supposed to receive, forests and other natural habitats can't function properly. If they are not functioning properly, then the animals that typically rely on their environment cannot survive there. This can lead to animal deaths or even extinction. Climate change destroys the environment, especially natural habitats that the animals rely on for food, shelter, and other vital resources. If coral reefs, jungles, oceans, meadows, and other natural areas are so significantly impacted by climate change, local plants and other animals will recede or die off. This could ultimately impact the entire food chain, causing a mass extinction of species on a global scale. What is the ozone layer? The ozone layer is a stratosphere that absorbs a portion of the radiation from the sun, preventing it from reaching the planet's surface. Most importantly, it absorbs the portion of UV light called UVB. UVB is the kind of ultraviolet light from the sun and sun lamps that has several harmful effects. The ozone layer is a common term for the high concentration of ozone that is found in the stratosphere around 15 to 30 kilometers above the Earth's surface. It covers the entire planet and protects life on Earth by absorbing harmful ultraviolet B radiation from the sun. Human activity has damaged this protective layer of the stratosphere, and while the ozone layer health has improved, there is still much to be done. The ozone layer helps protect the life from harmful ultraviolet radiations, not just from UVB. 5 main reasons for climate change. The first main reason is fossil fuels. Gases such as carbon dioxide, methane gas, and other gases trap heat into the Earth's atmosphere. They are mostly created by humans burning fossil fuels. Coal, oil, wood, and natural gases are all just examples of fossil fuels. Climate change activists say that humans must stop burning these energy resources, and countries and companies need to pledge to zero emission targets to help protect the Earth. The second reason is deforestation. Since about 1960, forests, soil, and oceans have steadily absorbed 56% of all carbon dioxide humanity has put into the atmosphere, despite the 50% rise in emissions. But trees are being cut down at an alarming rate, in particular the Amazon rainforests. It was traditionally viewed as the lungs of the planet, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. But figures released in June show that deforestation approached record levels just of last year. A total of 8,712 square kilometers of forest cover, almost the size of Puerto Rico, was destroyed from August of 2020 to July of 2021, according to the satellite data in Brazil's space agency INPE. The consequence is that not enough carbon dioxide is being soaked up from the Earth's atmosphere. The third reason is increasing livestock farming. A growing demand of meat has led to intensive agriculture of animals. Cows and sheep produce large amounts of methane when they digest their food, and this gas adds to the greenhouse effect on the Earth. Furthermore, animals need fields to graze on, and this leads to deforestation. Climate change activists suggest that humans should choose to eat less meat and eat more vegetables so we can save our forests. The fourth reason is fertilizers containing nitrogen. Intensive farming quickly exhausts the naturally occurring nutrients in the soil. Farmers therefore use fertilizers to boost their agricultural output. But fertilizers containing nitrogen produce nitrous oxide emissions, which increases the warming effect on the Earth's atmosphere. Other fertilizers, such as green manure and compost, blood meal, bone meal, and sea beef extracts are available. Crop rotation can increase the nutrients in the soil naturally. The fifth main reason is fluorinated gases. These particularly damaging gases are emitted from equipment and products such as commercial and industrial refrigerators, air conditioning systems, and heat pumps. They are also used as blowing agents for foam, fire extinguishers, solvents, and aerosol propellants. Such emissions have such strong warming effects, up to 23,000 times greater than that of carbon dioxide. There are options other than fluorinated gases. For instance, hydrocarbons and ammonia used in refrigerations are considered safe and energy efficient for the environment. So how can climate change be stopped? Changing our main energy sources to clean and renewable energy is the best way to stop using fossil fuels. These include technologies like solar panels, wind turbines, wave, tidal, and geothermal powers, switching to sustainable transports. Petrol and diesel vehicles, planes, and ships all use fossil fuels. How can we prevent climate change through transportation? Public transportation is reducing energy consumption and harmful carbon dioxide, greenhouse gases emissions that damage the environment. Traveling by public transportation uses less energy and produces less pollution than the comparable travel in private vehicles. So how can I personally help stop climate change? Some ways I can help stop climate change are not by having all the lights on in a room or in the house or building, because that can be a waste of energy in itself. Living in the Bay Area, we drive everywhere, so by not driving everywhere in private vehicles can help save the planet. So carpooling with family or friends to places so we don't hurt the Earth is even more important. And then these are the citations that I've used.